Good afternoon, everybody. How we doing? How we doing today? Everybody doing well? Well, I hope so. Tell you what, y'all take yourselves off mute for a minute. But welcome to another workshop. So it's just us three today, but I want to show you what we'll be doing. So I posted a lot of different material under our feed tab right here in Clutch. So I want to start with our first article because I found it to be very interesting where many of us, who are applying for jobs, looking at seeing what the job market has to offer. And I know many of us use different sites like LinkedIn, Indeed, and, we completed different various job applications. And you may have revamped your resume, cover letter, for applying for that new position, whether it be in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, or as a network engineer, maybe app development. But when you start your search, you use different terms like keywords like entry level, on-site, remote. You state your education level, okay, or background in human resource, finance. But whether you've renewed those jobs or decided whether you want to apply, you need to narrow down to the ones you feel like you qualify for. You have a chance of landing at least the interview, all right? So now, after you do that, maybe days go by, even weeks. We all know how this game goes here. So you think you just hit the submit button and you apply to multiple jobs. So that when you get that response back, you be like, yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure I got this job. But sometimes, it kind of leaves some anxiety for some people or some nervousness. All right. And then one day you get this message right here. It says, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well today. My name is John Doe. I'm a recruiter with SYZ Company, and I want to introduce myself. I have open for a telecom technician position. Want to see you're interested, right? At this point, you're so excited to get a response from all these applications. So you reply back and you're phone a recruiter that you're interested. But shortly after you receive an email, the details, okay, and it's an instant message, by the way. But then now you find out that it seems to be like too good to be true. Okay. So guess what? Sometimes you have to be careful of those scams out there. Because sometimes it may be because anytime you don't start communication with a notable company, they don't specify the actual job title. They just tell you that, hey, this is a work from home position with chance to make about $5,000, right? Then you just find out like, wow, okay, uh, I've been scammed. But we want to avoid a recruiter impersonation. And I'm gonna leave y'all with these 4 tips as we get started today. So never give a recruiter, even a company, your personal information until you verify and confirm that you're speaking with an actual representative of the company. Okay. So if the recruiter or company you're speaking with has only contacted you through email and or by a text message, please request a verbal conversation so you can get a better feel of who you're speaking to. And be aware if the recruiter contacts you at unscheduled times or after business hours, because no recruiters will actually conduct those calls outside the hours, let's say 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. They call you at nighttime, weekends. That's a bad sign. Trust me. You should really end that conversation. All right. And always do your research. So when it comes to the jobs you're applying for, you want to at least do some background to find out who is actually in that department. Ask person name. When they give you their name, Google it. Let's find out, okay, is this a notable company? Is it, kind of verify. See what's there. So, yeah, right. So that's how I want to avoid that. So, know, Alana and I have actually been working with AI just a little bit. So we've been attending a couple workshops downtown at the lab on Dexter, and we learned that AI has many benefits. So we learned that AI has also the capability to uh, read the mind of humans, right? So earlier this week, there was the man who's considered the godfather of Google, who actually stepped down from his position. His name is Jeffrey Hinton. All right, he actually retired from Google after he kind of grew tired of working with AI and wanted to warn everyone else of the dangers that are coming. He's 75 years old. He's been working in neural networks and algorithms for most of his career, but he just actually learned that with his work with AI's Chat GPT, Google Bard, and other chatbots, that this technology is able to handle massive amounts of digital text. And he said, hey, you know what? I'm afraid that this technology can actually outsmart people, because the brain activity is a kind of encrypted signal that provides ways to decipher it. And however, I don't think that personally, this is what I think. I know AI is a very high power language technology, but I don't think that it's gonna actually wipe out humans. I don't think so. But now that I say that, I would like to ask you all, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? How do you think artificial intelligence will, as I say, alter, the existence of humans and our daily lives and future jobs? What do you think?
It's already eliminating some jobs and some positions. So
Yes,
um, I
it
think it's
is.
just that was it John Henry effect of technology.
Mhm. Well, I mean, I know that it's actually taking away some network engineer jobs already, because network engineer, machine learning jobs, they feel like nobody needs to learn the technology, because guess what? Chat GPT does that, right? But I guess, like, what do you think? Like, what other jobs do you think would be affected? Anybody? Take a shot at it. All right. Well,
There's
well,
just so
that's
much to think about, I guess. That's why I guess everybody's still sitting there thinking.
well. I tell you what, just give me one of your thoughts. That's all we want to do. Just
No,
one.
we've already mentioned the jobs that were being replaced in the other class, remember? They're not hiring anymore, some of the tech positions, or because Chat GPT or other AI is doing that. It's probably marketing too.
Marketing. Why do you think ChatGPT would replace anyone in the marketing division?
I'm not sure if it's Chat GPT, but just AI period. Just helping facilitate marketing ideas and branding because it's pulling from everything that it knows.
For everything you know.
Remember, AI can read everything.
Yeah, I know. I realized that the other night. But wow. I mean, how do you think AI would affect your line of work? And as an artist and in digital media.
It's already been upsetting a lot of people because something that might take an artist months to do, AI is able to do in seconds or minutes.
Mm. So like I guess like one, I mean, give me like like one project or one task where
A oil painting project, a oil picture of a portrait of someone, which takes months, years to make. Um, the AI can make a digital version in seconds.
digital version in seconds. Well, like as that showed me, from like doing a basic router configuration, right? Like it takes me, let's say between about 5 minutes to do that, but AI spit that out in seconds, less than 30 seconds. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, Ken, it's funny. So, all the work we did in Cisco last year, from creating those router configurations, even like in workstation administration, like AI can actually automate those tasks in less than 30 seconds, just like Alana said. So those are just some cool articles that I wanted to show you all. But you know what, before I go through the other research, the articles that I posted under the materials tab here, uh, there are a couple of handouts that I left with you. So you learn about the cable pinouts, Ethernet cables, and fiber optics, different types. Those are, for you to, if you haven't downloaded those, please do so, because those are for you just having the basics and the TCP/IP worksheets show you the relationship between the OSI model, TCP/IP model, how data is shared across different applications across the network at the same time, and troubleshooting. It helps us how to solve problems from checking our connections on our cable all the way down to our device interfaces. But what I want to start today, anybody ever used a virtual box? Anybody?
You said
No.
virtual bots?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you what, do you by chance have it on your computer?
Do I have one on my computer?
Uh, vir virtual box.
I never tried it on my computer, to be honest.
Let me show you. So
Well,
we
now
go.
that you just said that, a recommendation for an AI powered co-pilot just popped up. So
We're really.
that literally just popped up when I clicked the search bar.
Wow.
It's listening.
Alana, you think we ought to try that, the co-pilot? You think we should?
You can go ahead. I don't even know. I'm here for the ride. Let's see what you're gonna do today.
All right. Now, you know what? I tell you what, Ken. Open up that co-pilot. I'm gonna get you to share your screen in a minute. But I was just gonna have you all to download VirtualBox from here because I have it on my computer already. I just want to show you where you can find it. But however, I want to actually start our first app development project in Swift. And with Swift, however, Swift is the language that's used to code all of Apple's applications, right? So it can run on the Apple iOS and on Windows using VirtualBox. I think I passed it. Let's see, VirtualBox. Okay, well, where did it go? Where did it go? Hmm. Okay, here we go. All right. So see, installing VirtualBox is just a quick installer program that allows you can run Mac on your Windows computer. That's why I wanted to use it. There you go. Crazy. All right. Yeah, okay. Go through. Still watching that stall. Hey, did you start downloading that yet? The Copilot.
Let me
Okay.
let me pull it up. It's actually on my laptop, but I'm doing a Zoom on my phone.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, that's from GitHub, I see, right? That's where you can download it, or you just download it from I see one for AI Master.
Oh no, what I was saying was the AI thing that popped up when I was gonna search
Mm-hmm.
up. That's
Mm-hmm.
that was the automatic recommendation from Bing.
Hmm. Did it say anything about open AI Master maybe? Did it say that? Or it probably came from GitHub. I'm just wondering.
It's not really showing anything on my end right now.
Oh, let's see. All right, so hold on. So this virtual box, everybody, this how you create a virtual machine. Because that is a virtual machine I created when I was doing the Cisco DevNet certification. But however, let's see if we can actually create this virtual box so this Swift machine can run. All right. Go to the App Store. Let's see if we can find OS 10 on there. Let's see. Apps. That's our software, actually. Hmm. So Mac and Cloud is another solution, but that's one you have to pay for. Uh, so this is more of a free option here. Net to those with cloud-based Macs, I mean, it's remote desktop. Hmm. Might have found some here, y'all. Let's see. All right, so this is Swift. All right, Ken, have you taken Swift yet?
Yeah, I've taken it.
Okay. What I'm about to say, what did you like about it? One of my favorite projects was creating boogie bots.
Unfortunately, we didn't even get past the first project, but I felt like
Well,
I would have liked it more if we had did more.
hmm,
Like
okay.
I took it during the summer, so I guess it went too quick, and we really didn't have enough time for everything. So we only got to do one project.
So that's the first app project when you added your picture, right? You pick your picture to the background. Is that it?
Basically, you set up a certain button, and you make it change backgrounds to. I mean, change the background to whatever color you want it to be.
Oh,
But
okay, okay. Okay, that's a different one there. I say,
now,
no,
see,
I
we were
ain't.
supposed to do the bot like you had just brought up, but
Uh-huh.
that was, I think that was at least the third one, and it was 5 projects. But by being such a short time, it was only one that was able to be done.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, man. See, it was two. You had the boogie bots and you had the meme, right? You had a functional meme, you had a personal meme, but you actually able to tell a story. So like you could do different songs. Like we did like Old MacDonald Had a Farm. What
Oh,
else we did? Yeah. So yeah, man, it was cool. It was another one like we did a riddle. We did tic tac toe. So it's a lot of things you could do with Swift. Put everything into use. Got a short video we found, but
Welcome to Build Your First App in Swift Playgrounds. I'm Colette Charlton, an engineer on the Swift Playgrounds team.
And I'm Connor Wakamo, another engineer on the Swift Playgrounds team.
Swift Playgrounds has been a great tool for learning to code in Swift. And now you can take things a step further and build apps too. Today, we're going to walk through building an app in Swift Playgrounds, starting with a blank template. We'll then show how to debug issues using previews and the console. And finally, we'll submit our app to test flight. Something our team really loves is making and drinking tea. We love it so much that
no,
we
we
want
do.
to make an app for that. Connor and I are going to build a little app to help us at tea time, giving us a list of teas to help us pick what to drink each day. Swift Playgrounds works great on Mac and iPad. I've got my Mac with me today, so I'm going to start building this app there. Whether you are new to coding or are an experienced developer, Swift Playgrounds offers a variety of templates and instructional content to get you started. For our T app, we'll begin by clicking the blank app template in the bottom left corner of the screen. Now that we have our template, let's double-click to open. Great. On the right is a live interactive preview showing the Hello World text. Before we start coding, let's customize the app a little using the app settings. To do this, I'll click the app settings button in the top left corner of the sidebar. Here, you can customize various project properties like the app name and the accent color. You can also add a custom or placeholder app icon, capabilities or purpose string, and a bundle ID. I'll update the app's name to Tea Time. I'll set the accent color to brown, and I'll update the placeholder icon to the mug. Great. Now that the important part's out the way, let's start writing some code by selecting the template text and replacing it with our first view from the library. The library can be accessed by clicking the plus button in the project toolbar. It contains easy-to-use snippets of different views, modifiers, SF symbols, and colors. We'll be using a list view to display our list of teas, so I'll type list into the search field and click it to insert one. Now that we have our list view, let's add some tea items to it.
Watch this.
I'll start typing text and use the return key to accept and insert the code completion suggestion from the inline code completion panel. All right, now we have our list view with one T added. Let's add some more. Wait, it looks like I accidentally added jasmine green twice. In order to avoid duplicating our teas, we should store them as an ordered set. Luckily for us, Apple's Swift Collection package offers just that. So let's add the Swift Collection package to our project. To do this, let's open the File menu and select Add Package. I'll begin by entering the URL for the Swift Collections package and then press the return key. After the package is fetched, we can see the package version and other products that can be added to our project. For this app, we'll only select Collections and then click Add to Project. Now we have Swift Collections added to our project in the sidebar under Packages. Let's create an ordered set of string to store our list of teas. Wait, it seems like we have an issue. Let's take a look by clicking the issue icon. Cannot find type ordered set in scope. Oh, I see what the problem is. I forgot to import the collections module in our project. Let's import that and the issue should be resolved. Now that we have resolved that issue, let's update our list view to use the collection we just created. To do this, we'll use a for each view. All right, there we have it, our list of teas being displayed from our tea collection. As I am working on this project, I'm getting more and more ideas on features to add. It would be so cool if our app could listen for whistling tea kettles to let us know when it's time to pour. I'm not going to implement this now, but let's walk through the steps we would take to explain to users why our app needs to use the microphone. To add this, let's go back into our app settings and click Capabilities. Using the plus button in the top right-hand corner, we'll get a list of capabilities we can add to our project. Let's find microphone and click it to add. For the purpose string, we'll write, tea time uses the microphone to listen for whistling tea kettles. I'll click Add and then close App Settings. All right, we've done a lot today, and I'm excited to share the project and the cool ideas I have with Connor. I'll share it with Connor by adding it to our shared iCloud folder, but first, let's give it a better file name than my app. Now, I'll drag it to the shared iCloud folder. Now that I'm done, I'm going to hand it over to Connor to finish the app.
Thanks, Colette. I'm going to pick things up on iPad. Since we're sharing our project via an iCloud shared folder, it doesn't show up in the main list of projects. But if I tap on Locations, I can get access to projects from elsewhere in iCloud or even from third-party document providers. I'm already in our shared folder, so I'll tap on Tea Time to open the project. Any changes I make will automatically be reflected in the shared project. It looks like Colette is such a good engineer that just uploading the project to iCloud added some extra features. She implemented a tab view here, so we don't just have a list of teas, but also an assistant. If I tap on the assistant tab, it's a little bit bare bones, but it does the job. I can ask for a recommendation and it'll give me a tea I should drink. Seems today I should have the jasmine green. Now I know Colette was working on a fun new way to pick teas to give this a little extra pizzazz. Let's open the sidebar to try to find it. Tea wheel view seems promising, so let's tap on that to open it. We've got a view which takes a collection of data. Let's add a view preview so we can try Tea wheel view out before it's a part of the main app. I'll scroll to the bottom of the file, and I'll begin typing preview provider. I'll accept the code completion suggestion by pressing the return key, and I'll name it Tea wheel view previews. Page dots have now appeared at the bottom of the preview area, which tells me that Swift Playgrounds recognizes my preview provider. If I tap on the right chevron underneath the app preview, then I can use my view preview instead of the app preview. Right now it just says hello world, so let's add in some code to create a tea wheel view. First, I'll add an array with a few items in it as a static property so it can be used by my preview. I'll leave the insertion point between the two square brackets, and then I'll drag on the closing bracket to create placeholders for a few items. Next, I'll replace the placeholders with a few strings that'll serve as our items. Now that we've got a few items, let's add in the tea wheel view. I'll select the Hello World example and replace it with a tea wheel view that displays my items. I'll also add in a little bit of padding. Great! Now our view preview is showing a wheel. And what a beautiful wheel it is. I can spin it, and it'll pick different items based on where it lands. Let's go back to the Assistant tab and add this wheel in. I'll use the sidebar to open the Assistant tab Swift file, and I'm going to delete the button and replace it with a tea wheel view instead. Tea wheel view optionally takes an action closure, which is called when the wheel stops spinning. I'll use it to set last pick tea to the selected tea, and I'll set show pick alert to true, so SwiftUI knows to show the alert. Okay, great. We've got our wheel in here, so now let's try it. I'll swipe to spin it, and it told me to drink Bites Oolong. I'll swipe it again, and it's still Bites Oolong. One more time. Something seems wrong. Even though it's landing on different spots on the wheel, it's always telling me to drink the Bites Oolong. While that is a good tea, I'd like a little bit of variety. Let's switch back to the wheel view and try to figure out what's up. It's not obvious from this what's going wrong, since the wheel does spin and land on different spots. Let's add a print statement into our view preview to check if the preview is broken too. Now when I spin the wheel, a console message pops up at the bottom left of the source editor. Item 1. Item 1. Item 1. Aha! Each spin gives us item 1, which suggests something isn't quite hooked up right. Since it's giving me the first one every time, I'm going to use project-wide find to search for first. I'll tap in the search field at the top of the sidebar on the left-hand side of the screen, and then type first and press return. That result seems promising, so I'll tap on it. Ah, it looks like Colette left some debugging code in here that made it return the first item every time instead of the right result. Let's fix that up real quick and then give it another spin. Item 2, item 4. Great, it seems to be working now. If we switch back to our app preview by tapping on the left chevron underneath the preview, we can try it out in the real app. I'll spin the wheel, and it's telling me to have the English breakfast. So now we've got a working assistant. Awesome. Just to confirm the app works well at all sizes, I can run it in its own window by pressing the Run button in the upper left of the screen. Okay, seems like everything is here. I've got my list of teas, and I've got the assistant here with the wheel and everything. I can go back to the project in Swift Playgrounds by tapping on the little Swift icon in the status bar, and then by selecting the Show Project button in the sheet that pops up. I'm ready to test this app myself and with my friends and family. Swift Playgrounds makes it easy to test because you can submit directly to TestFlight from within Swift Playgrounds. If I bring up the app settings sheet and scroll to the bottom, there's an Upload to App Store Connect button. If I tap on that, Swift Playgrounds does all of the hard work of creating an app record and uploading my app to App Store Connect so I can distribute it on TestFlight and eventually the App Store. Now that my app is uploaded, I can go to App Store Connect and submit it for beta app review. After waiting a bit, we can go over to the TestFlight app and install it from there, even on iPhone. I'll tap Install to install Tea Time. Now that it's installed, I'll tap Open to open it. I'll tap through the test notes, as well as these instructions on how to provide feedback. And there you have it. Our app is running on iPhone. What tea should I have today?
I tell you what, hey y'all, let me go ahead and restart the meeting. We about to run out of time. I'm gonna start it right back up. You the same way to come back in. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna try to break some stuff in a minute. All right, I'm gonna start it back up.